Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our second episode of News for Women, the rebrand. I'm here with my assistant, Mr. Max.
Hey, thanks for having me back, letting me talk 2 weeks in a row.
Helen Keller is cured. Okay, so today we got some spooky news. But first of all, I'd like to start the episode by saying Trevor Noah has left The Daily Show, and now it is time for us to strike. We are going to take that over, aren't we?
Yeah.
Why did he leave? Do you know?
I think he's just bored.
Maybe we're bored of him. I'm sick of being lectured by Trevor Noah every day.
Yeah.
We don't even get to... It's not even like you get to formulate an opinion. He doesn't even have an opinion, you know? We just get lectured by some of his writers.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. And that's why News for Women is here to strike. I don't know if strike is the word, but take over. Like, you know, in the movie 300, tonight we dine in hell. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I believe in us.
I believe in America. I believe in America. That is the first line of The Godfather. And it is now the first catchphrase of News for Women. I believe in America. Okay. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Well, now you know. Okay, so let's see. We wrote down some news. Oh my God, this is spooky. Hurricane Ian is just fucking destroying Florida. And now it's moving to Charleston, I heard from a friend who lives there because I don't follow it. But I was thinking about this. Hurricane Ian, of all the names it could be called, why Ian? Because I know they go down the alphabet or something, right? But Ian, I never even dated a guy named Ian. And I don't even think I would. Like, that name is some pussy name, you know? And that hurricane's taken over. I don't think a guy named Ian could ever fuck anything up.
Well, you know that people take hurricanes named after women less seriously?
They do?
Yeah, that's why Katrina really fucked shit up, because people are like, how bad could something called Katrina be? And then
that's the same thing with Ian.
I think it's the same thing with no one's threatened by Ian.
No one has ever been threatened by a guy named Ian.
Yeah.
That seems like a guy who you'd go out to dinner with and he'd be like, I'm a vegan. You know? And I'm like, okay, how bad does this guy F up my life? He's a vegan. Right? Yeah. You know? And who would ever let an Ian inside their home? But I think that if you really want the hurricane to show how much damage it is, you got to name it like Chad or Trevor.
Yeah.
Because like every girl knows a Chad who's ruined their life. Yeah. Or a Trevor. You know? You just need some Patrick Bateman type of name that's going to come in, traumatize you, gaslight you, a narcissist. Your hurricane needs to be a narcissistic name, because if it is like that, then we'll start taking it seriously. The women will hide the children, and the men will be threatened as well. Like, men named Ian will be threatened by a man named Chad.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how I've been thinking.
Yeah, or they need to name it after, like, movie villains.
Or no, but it's like Ian. What is this, a level 10? I never met an Ian who's a 10. Whoa. Okay. But then my friend in Charleston said the hurricane was a level 1, but she was still really nervous.
It goes, the higher it is, the worse?
Yes.
Cool.
It's like the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's all I really had to say on that, unless you have to say anything. Has there been any casualties?
I don't know, but did you see the photos of, I could look it up. Have you seen the photos of, like, the water that got completely, like, the oceans got drawn back?
No.
There's just, like, all this empty beach.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
How's the surfing?
I think they're dying. I think those people would be dead if they tried surfing on it. Let's see.
I bet Chad's surfing.
Yeah.
Chad's like, I'm off the hook. No one's going to think I'm an asshole this week. I can get on Raya and Tinder and just get my way with women this week because the hurricane's named Ian. No one's going to suspect Chad being an asshole.
Yeah. I didn't find it.
It didn't come up?
No.
Casualties?
No, I was trying to find the other thing. I'll find the casualties.
Yeah. I don't know how many. I just don't know. I can't even think a guy named Ian would have an STD. He'd probably just be a hypochondriac like me and be the only place I'd meet a guy named Ian would be online at WebMD. That would probably be my doctor at WebMD.
It sounds like
whoa, 42 million.
No, 42 reported dead and millions without power.
42 reported dead. Damn, that's some Dahmer shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
that's a really good segue.
Yes. Speaking of which, how many people did Dahmer kill?
We'll find out compared to
You don't need
Ian.
yeah, just like So Dahmer, there's some controversy going on right now because I don't know if you guys have watched it, but there's a Netflix show about Dahmer. That's
Way
out.
less. 17?
He's only killed 17 that we know about. But that's crazy that a hurricane named Ian could kill 42 and Dahmer, just one man.
Well, the hurricane didn't eat any of them.
He didn't eat any.
Hurricanes don't eat.
And it also didn't have sex with the dead ones.
No, it did not do that either.
That's what he got accused of at the end.
Yeah.
Accused of necrophilia.
I think
that dude straight necro.
I think Ted Bundy did that too.
It seems like that's how you hide the evidence.
No, it doesn't really hide it. I think it's just
like the cops are there and really quick he's like, I'm just going to eat all these bodies really quick before the police get here.
That makes sense.
Cover my trail.
That makes sense.
But I started to watch the show and he's really creepy, but also the guy who plays him, Evan something, is so hot in it. I didn't think this guy was hot before in like American Horror Story, but then when I watched him in Dahmer, I was like, this guy is so hot. He was hot, but he was weird. I don't spend any time at gay bars, and I'm not a black man at a gay bar because that was his type. But yeah, he looks way better as Jeffrey Dahmer than he normally does. Maybe it's the glasses. I wore Dahmer glasses on stage last night because I'm a very addictive personality. Babe.
Yeah, whatever TV show or movie you're watching it.
Yeah, Henry VIII. I was like, I get it. I'm gonna start beheading people.
Yeah,
but no. So he had this one line in the first episode that I found too relatable, and that's when I had to turn the show off because I was like, I relate to Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
He goes, this dude that he had taken home from the bar is trying to leave his apartment, and Jeffrey goes, why does everybody leave me? I was like, holy shit. Like, that's like my life.
Yeah.
Isn't
You should
it?
be eating people.
No, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, so this guy's a sociopath. And if I was a sociopath, then I wouldn't care about breakups.
Mm-hmm.
I would have no feelings. And then also if I was a psychopath like him, I wouldn't be upset when any of my pets died.
Yeah.
Because they
true.
like to kill animals, psychopaths, as children.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not just not being sad. It's you would have killed animals when you were younger.
What they do is they start by murdering animals as children, and then they move on to people.
Yeah.
Once they get their strength, after they hit puberty and they get real boners. And then I was also thinking about how if I was a serial killer, first of all, I would get famous and hot because every serial killer is hot. It seems like that's a thing. So I would have to like work out.
Not John Wayne Gacy.
I don't know who that is, but we'll look him up. I'd have to start working out. I would get Botox. I would start dressing in a vibe, like I would have a look. And then also, I could just kill two birds with one stone, literally, because I could murder these men before they ghost me. So I could turn them into ghosts.
That's a good
because they're gonna ghost me anyway.
Yeah, you ghost them first.
Yeah, I ghost them first and make them ghosts.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Yeah.
So the recreation of this show actually ended up upsetting a lot of people. It upset like the victims' families.
Yeah.
And
I
because
saw
and then they were also going to label the show as an LGBTQWFY, take the L train. And they ended up, I guess that's what they were going to brand it as because he always kills homosexuals, which is wild that I think that they were going to start to brand it as that.
Yeah, it would have been a cool move. People would have been
it would have got
really
a lot
pissed.
of listeners. A lot more listeners in this podcast. Oh, that guy, he's got pretty eyes.
Yeah.
What's his name?
John Wayne Gacy. He's the guy that he would dress up as a clown and also he would molest boys and then kill them.
Dress up as a clown, like to lure them?
I think he would be a clown at parties, and that was kind of his cover.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, here's him as a clown.
Holy shit. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
He has the Joker makeup, too.
Yeah, he does.
Legit.
Or the Joker has the John Wayne Gacy makeup.
Actually, yeah.
The Joker's actually probably way older than John Wayne Gacy.
But he has beautiful eyes.
Yeah, when it's not covered in clown makeup.
Well, the blue clown eyes bring out his eyes.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Like that.
He looks like a mix of the Penguin and the Joker.
Yeah, he does.
And everyone I've ever dated. No, he actually looks like if one of my boyfriends like got really fat, like stopped doing cocaine and moved over to the good stuff, alcohol. Yeah. But also, so their victims were upset. Victims' families were upset. And a lot of them were saying, why are you bringing this up again? Because you're just re-traumatizing us.
Yeah.
And now I kind of get it. Like my last boyfriend, we barely dated. But I remember I was trying to ask him recently, like, what happened? Because he was like, you got really drunk and you were mean. And I was like, can you just tell me what I did? And he refused to tell me because he kept saying, I don't want to relive this again. Like I was Hurricane Ian. And I don't want to relive it. So now I see where these exes are coming from.
Yeah, and I mean, they also could have seen it coming. They've made they just keep making these shows. They made the Ted Bundy one. They could have, and at that point, like, oh shit,
we were
we're
talking
next.
about me.
Yeah,
we were talking about my dating life, the fire we call it.
Yeah,
we should have named it Hurricane Henry. That's a callback to all of our beginning listeners, or Hurricane Howard.
Yeah.
He was a fine.
It's all H's.
He was a good guy. He'll be back. They're always come back. Anyways, yeah, he got really mad at me at the end for calling him. He said to stop being creepy. I said, whoa, I haven't even killed you yet. Well,
not even ready to eat him.
Oh my God, Max, just eat the butt. And yeah. So, and then did you know that Dahmer got murdered in prison after 2 years?
No, I did not know. Let's cool.
Let's look it up.
Okay.
You got to get out of your head, man.
I know.
Max is really in his head right now, and he's got to get out of his head so he can start getting to work, because this is his future. Why am I talking in this tone?
Date of death, 94.
God, he's hot.
Yeah.
How'd he get killed, though?
Date of death,
Welcome to the dead airspace. Death. Dahmer. If he was a cat, they could have killed him 9 times. That's what serial killers should get to be, cats. I have an Apple Watch. Oh, all it is a from this app I have that tells you good things. I accept and love my body while I'm improving my health. I love my body and I love those of others. He was just okay.
It was just a head wound.
I don't think head wound.
Yeah, he was found in the gym shower.
They have a gym shower. It sounds nice.
Yeah.
It's a free gym membership.
Yeah, free food.
Free food. Oh, for him if he murdered people. Okay, so then I wanted to talk to you about, this is something Max is really passionate about. Nick Cannon welcomes his 10th baby. Who does he think he is, Mel Gibson?
How many kids does Mel Gibson have?
Like 9.
Yeah, 9 children. That's crazy.
Is it 9?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Mel Gibson's youngest child?
I don't know.
99, so...
22.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's not... He seems like someone that could have like a 3-year-old kid, just randomly.
Oh, who does he think he is, Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, that's the Baldwin.
No, Mel Gibson's the man. And I know I'm not allowed to say that, but he's helped a lot of people struggling with addiction. And so then I will say that. I think Robert Downey Jr. even said that he helped him out, even though you're not really allowed to say you love Mel Gibson anymore.
No, not after all the stuff he's said.
You've only been recording for 11 minutes?
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe a little more. We started 2 minutes in, but yeah, like 13.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. This is a fucking quick ass podcast.
Yeah.
Now
I
Max
listened
has
to.
news.
Well, this is before I get to my news. I listened to This is a part where we talk about other podcasts. I listened to Tim Dillon on Alec Baldwin's podcast. It was so funny, but it's like right before Alec Baldwin shot the lady, because Alec Baldwin's just talking about being in Montana filming, and it was like, oh wow, neither of them know what's about to happen.
Yeah. Was Alec Baldwin on the podcast?
No, it was Alec Baldwin's podcast. Tim Dillon was the guest.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin also just encouraged him to become an actor. He's like, I think you have it. I think you have what it takes to be a great actor.
Well, Tim was a child actor.
Yeah, but Tim also went in the podcast. He's like, yeah, I wasn't good at it. And he's like, and also every audition is like, he's like, it's amazing how bad I am at acting.
Auditions suck. They're like, I just had started to do a few. If anyone wants me to be an actor for them.
Yeah, how'd the reading go?
So now I'll just say actress anymore. I moved it till tomorrow because I was not well. I did ketamine therapy yesterday, and I just trip my balls off. Basically, ketamine therapy is like going to the doctor's office already sucks. It's kind of like a K-hole, and then you go into another K-hole. And I'm lying because I love going to the doctors. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
It's like a date
Yeah.
with a successful man.
Yeah, it is like that.
And basically what you do is you pay like an obscene amount of money to just trip on ketamine. And I've done a lot of street K, but this shit is...
How is it different from?
It's just pure ketamine. Like, I don't get any fentanyl.
Yeah, so I guess it's
It's
better.
just pure ketamine, and they inject you with a needle in your arm, which is what I was talking to a heroin addict about it. That's called buffing. Boofing is when you go up your butt.
Yeah.
And buffing is when you don't shoot it in a vein. It's actually when you don't hit, when you miss.
Oh yeah. But that sounds like it's not miss. This sounds like it's not missing because it sounds like that's the.
No, and I asked the doctor. I said, "Why can't you just shoot it in my vein?" And he said, to me, "Because that won't hit you as strong. Because that's like doing a drip with the ketamine." I was like, "Right on." He goes to me, "I've never seen anyone come in here with such big ovaries." I was like, "That's funny." Instead of balls. And then I tripped my face off the first time. You just get in a K-hole and you're supposed to think about life. And I really thought about some good stuff. I thought that all is forgiven. If I just don't drink, I'm going to find my soulmate. And then I don't feel bad about any of my breakups. I didn't do anything wrong. I did the best I could at the time. Like, sorry for getting blacked out and being a bitch. But, you know what? That's what you get when you sign up for Close Show. Someone said to me recently, sorry, the Close Show is just too wild for me. It's too wild for this old man.
Who said that?
Who knows? We all know. And
it was Jeffrey Dahmer?
It was Dahmer. He's a babe. But wait, how many people did Ted Bundy kill?
Oh, definitely more than 17.
Like more than Hurricane Ian?
That's a good question.
Ted Bundy was also hot, and he went to Aspen. I would go to Aspen. He was in Aspen jail. Aspen is so chic. So he basically
he
had
confessed to 28 murders.
So he killed way more.
Yeah.
28. He makes Dahmer look like a bitch.
Yeah.
Who's the serial killer with the most amount of murders?
We'll find out.
Who's your favorite serial killer?
Bundy's pretty good.
There's no women serial killers.
No, not really. There's like a few, but they're not like famous. They didn't put up like the same numbers.
You want to know why? Because they're not hot.
Yeah.
Is there any hot female serial killers? No.
Let's see.
And you know what? If a guy loves you enough that he's going to murder you, that's like, okay, so a guy really likes you, they date you. Then if they really love you, they really, really like you, they marry you. And then if they're obsessed with you, they stalk you. And then if they're just can't live without you, they murder you.
So I don't know. Louis Garavito?
Holy shit.
Yeah, 193.
193 victims. These are some international killers.
But then possible victims, it becomes over 300.
What did he do? What did he do? He was a torturer and a rapist. Gross.
A child murderer.
Oh, and you want to know why he got 193? Because it's way easier to murder children than adults.
Yeah.
They got less fight in them.
Yeah.
And they believe the world is still pure.
Yeah, and it's probably
and you can't get them at bars, so they're not drunk. That would make them easier.
Yeah, it seems like
kill.
the drunk makes it easier.
Actually, you could. If I was drunk, I'd be harder to kill. If I'm sober, I'm like, I believe in love. This guy really likes me. If I'm drunk, I'm like, let's fucking go.
America's really being
Let's
underperformed. Look at this. You have to go all the way down here. Samuel Little, with 60 kills, is the American with the most.
Who is he?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
Can you read it?
He was a serial killer who confessed to murdering 93 women between 1970 and 2005.
Recent.
Yeah. In 2014, he was convicted of murders of Carol Eileen Elford, some other people. And in 2018, for the murder of some other people. He killed a lot of people. Lots of crimes.
No, I'm not a fan of him. I was a fan of the lady, and I feel horrible.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, it's crazy. 60 people.
Damn, more than Hurricane Ian. So, Max, you had news.
Yeah, there was Joe Biden was giving a speech, and he was giving credit to all the Congress people that helped make sure it got passed. It was like bipartisan. I don't even know what the bill was, but he then was just listing the people, and then he's like, "Oh, you there, Jackie?" Like, I forget her full name, but it's a congressperson that had been dead for like 3 months.
Oh, see, this is my impression of Joe Biden.
Yeah, he signs
How
bill
do I
now.
exit the stage?
Yeah, what is this? Jackie.
Jackie.
Walorski?
That's my impression.
But yeah, they were, yeah, he goes, "Where's Jackie?" And she died in August. And, yeah, people were like, what
was their excuse for him?
The excuse was that he's been into contact with the family and he's getting ready to, like, it's like all to, like, memorialize her. And that it was just like that she's been at the top of his head.
Oh my God.
She's been, like, close to his thoughts, and that he just misspoke.
God, Hunter Biden needs to be president.
That's what I've been saying. I think he's the man.
He's still with it.
He is not sleepy.
No, he's not sleepy, Joe.
Hunter is not a sleepy boy at all.
Crackhead Hunter. Hurricane Hunter.
Hurricane Hunter would be great.
Hunter's a perfect name for a hurricane.
Yeah, they should just make them all Hurricane Hunter.
Every hurricane called Hurricane Hunter.
Yeah, I like it.
And then he just comes out and he's like, "Let's smoke crack! We got a lot of rebuilding to do." And he would get that rebuilding done fast, dude. Because I dated a crackhead once. Well, he was in recovery. He was so hot, and Tommy, and he decorated my apartment so quickly.
Yeah, he did a great job.
He did a really good job painting, putting up wallpaper, and he got it done in the time it would take a normal person a week. And he got it done overnight. Like, I came back and he did things I didn't even ask. Like, he wallpapered the ceiling. I don't even have a ladder.
He wallpapered, like, did he wallpaper the inside of your shower?
Yeah, the top of it. It was insane.
It's crazy that hasn't peeled.
No, because he
knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. That was awesome.
He was able to do it fast and efficiently. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he already has a new girlfriend, so thank God.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
Yeah.
The apartment's too small to have any more renovations.
Yeah, no more renovations. I thought you were going to be, the apartment's too small to have a crackhead in it.
Well, that too. How would I sleep? There's only one bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's like he'd ask me so many questions probably, and I wouldn't even have the answers to. Crackheads talk a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, so what? I know I told you about this. I got in a fight with these crackheads when I was in rehab because they're all talking about how the aliens are coming to hang out with them, and I said, why would an alien hang out with a fucking crackhead? Alien want to hang out with Kanye.
Yeah.
And then they got really mad. They're like, crackheads are interesting too. They might think since we're injecting ourselves or something like that we have the cure to something better. I'm like, what? They'd rather hang out with Fauci.
No, Fauci is an alien.
I love that. Is that a theory?
Probably.
And you told me once that you think Michelle Obama murdered Ivana Trump.
Oh, yeah, I do think that Michelle Obama murdered Ivana Trump.
Yeah.
Because
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, Bill Clinton. I like Chelsea Clinton said that she took all of Kanye's music off of her Spotify, which also I don't think is how Spotify works.
Yeah.
But she's like, for what she did to Kim, and it's like, you know who your dad is, right? Your dad did a lot more worse things to women than Kanye.
Oh boy, but he made them happy. Made them come. I don't really know.
Yeah.
They didn't come back. Or did they? Wait, so what else did you want to talk about? I know you had.
The other piece of news was that.
I'm letting Max choose news.
Yeah, I'm choosing news.
Because Max chooses the more political stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty political. This is, what's his name? John Hinckley, the guy who shot Reagan.
Unsuccessful because he's an idiot.
He successfully shot Reagan, but he didn't successfully kill Reagan, which is a distinction.
Yeah,
he
he's
winged
a
him.
terrible killer.
Yeah, but you know why he tried to kill Reagan, though, right?
Why?
He saw the movie Taxi Driver and fell in love with child Jodie Foster and was like, if I kill Reagan, Jodie Foster will love me. And like when Jodie was in college, he like left her a lot of voicemails and sent her a lot of letters. And there's even like a recording where she's really polite. She's like, hey, could you not? I told you,
that's how you show love. That's how these crazy people do it.
Yeah.
They kill.
But anyway, he's out of the loony bin because I don't think he was even in jail. I think he was able to plead insanity because of the reasoning, his motive was like, okay, well,
to get Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
she's in a panic room now.
Yeah, well, she turned out to be a lesbian, so even if
it was too hard to get her.
Yeah. Well, then I think there's some theories that if he did kill Reagan, she would not have been a lesbian. That she was like a woman would have killed Reagan. I think that just. I
love that.
Yeah, it's a good theory. But anyway, he's I don't know if he's not really running for president, but he's selling shirts that say John Hinckley 2024.
Oh, Hinckley boats are really nice.
Yeah,
it's my only real thing.
Well, John Hinckley.
Him and Kanye should run together.
That would be. I'd love that ticket. Well, Hinckley's dad was like good friends and a big time donor of George H.W. Bush.
They're always rich.
Yeah, so
they're always rich.
There's the theory that it was like a conspiracy, that it was like he would kill Reagan and then Bush could be president.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's always a conspiracy theory. We're gonna get into conspiracy theories, so we
it's gonna be
so we can be like Tim Dillon.
Yeah, it's
Tim
really
easy. We're Tim Dillon. We're Trevor Noah. We are Joe Rogan, and we're Chloe LaBranche and Max. Max doesn't have a last name. He's like Madonna.
Yeah.
No one will ever know it. You know what? I just want to thank everybody for listening to the news today.
Yeah. Are we wrapping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we killed it.
Yeah.
I don't have any more news. If you want more news, go online. But this has been News for Women. I'm your host, Chloe LaBranche, and can you guys just start listening to this new podcast and giving me some feedback, because I think it's going to be dope.
We're going to do a Patreon episode. We're going to let people...
We're going to start doing Patreon episodes. On the Patreon, we're going to have all the full videos, either on YouTube or Patreon. We haven't decided yet, or I haven't, because I'm the boss. And then we're going to have all the old episodes are available on Patreon, like from the Close Show and stuff like that. And all the old videos are on that as well. So sign up for the Patreon. It's just Chloe LaBranche.
Yeah, you can watch the show go from Ghosted
it's been a fucking
Close Show to some Zoom pandemic episodes that were.
Oh, those were funny. Those were spooky.
Yeah, those were spooky.
Well, thanks for tuning into the spooky news. I'm out, and so is this guy of the closet. Goodbye.